hard work, it's paid off. Oh my gosh. The detail that is involved in this print is ridiculous. This is getting really deep now. I'm so pleased with how this has come out. This, you can see I've got the bleed on this side, but this is how it would actually look with it all cropped down. All of the little stickers are so cute. I don't know which one my favourite is. And the Mochi and Dumpling sticker has come out so nice. I've also made their little logo, which you probably saw a little bit of me making this. I actually drew this on Procreate and then brought it into Adobe Illustrator to vectorize it and neaten up a few points. But it's come out so cute. I debated having the little mochi ears on the O as well, but I think that might have been a bit overkill. But I really like how you sort of got like that bump look there, and then the dot of the eye is kind of like Mochi's head. Yeah, I think it just looks really sweet. I'm gonna print this at the correct size just to make sure that nothing's like too tiny or too big. Looking at it, I feel like I've got my my handle down here probably just a little bit too big, but I want it to be legible. So yeah, I think things like that are good to actually print out and see. But yeah, overall I'm so pleased with it. Just realised I've forgotten to introduce myself again. For those that don't know, I am Charlie and I am an illustrator and designer. I've worked at a children's book publishers called Make Believe Ideas for about 11 years now, just over, and I've been running my own Etsy shop for about 12 years now where I sell prints and stickers. I'm having so much fun at the minute working on a lot of illustration projects for Make Believe Ideas. I say a lot of illustration projects, they are 4 books in the one series. I can't say more than that, but the idea that I will actually, one day quite soon, definitely is going to be this year, I'll be able to actually show you a tangible product, or 4 tangible products technically. When I was first briefed on this project, I was a little bit unsure of how it was going to go. I was excited by it, but I couldn't really imagine it. It was very different to anything I've done before. With anything like that, I think it takes a little bit of planning and to just do a bit of trial and error before it actually comes together. The very first book in the series is literally about to go to print, and I got sent the PDFs to look through. I've only had a very small hand in the design of these books. I'm the illustrator of them, so when the designer sent me how it looks with all my illustrations in place, I'm so happy with it. I was so unsure going into it, but now it's all together. Honestly, it's one of the things I'm most proud of. And to see my name on the back of the book is just, it never gets old. When I look back on me as a child and a teenager, before I even really knew the word for it was illustration, I knew I wanted to be an illustrator and I wanted to be a book illustrator, specifically a children's book illustrator. And to know that I've worked my socks off and I've managed to make it happen, it still blows my mind. And I do need to remind myself that actually all of this hard work, it's paid off. I had so many people telling me as a teenager that I won't amount to anything. Like, that sounds really harsh, but when I said that I wanted to be an artist or a graphic designer or an illustrator, I was laughed at. I was laughed at by teachers, I was laughed at by family. This is getting really deep now. I knew that I didn't want to do anything else. I knew that this was the one thing that would make me really happy. What's that, the saying that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life? Something like that. I've definitely butchered that, but it's true. There are days where obviously it's, I wouldn't call it stressful, because at the end of the day I'm like drawing unicorns or whatever, but I can honestly say I love my job and I feel so fortunate to be able to do the job that I do. And yeah, it still to this day just blows my mind that I've managed to make it happen. I spent the entire morning outside in the studio. I intended to come in and get a snack mid-morning, but it was absolutely chucking it down. I got into such a hyper-focus doing my work and illustrating, and before I knew it, it was lunchtime and my stomach was growling. So I need to look after myself more than I have. I also haven't drunk enough water. This is not good. I need to start setting alarms so that I can actually go and like take breaks, or just to stand up and stretch. I was sat down from 8:30 until 12:10. That's not good. Why do I do this to myself? So I haven't done the highest quality print settings because I didn't want to waste the ink. However, this is looking so good. Obviously the cut lines will not actually be printed. But look! Oh my gosh! That feels so good. That feels like a really nice size. I don't know why I thought it was going to be smaller than this. Maybe because when I was making them in-house, when I used to make them, I think they were slightly smaller because I wanted to fit 2 to an A4 sheet. So obviously this being A5 is directly in half. But where I was using my Cricut machine, things have to be smaller because you've got like a black box which they use for registration. Where I outsource my sticker sheets now, they are this size. And for some reason I just assumed it was going to be smaller than it was. I don't know why, that doesn't make any logical sense. So yeah, they are the same size as my A5 journal. I think it is a nice size. And I'm just comparing to these stickers here. I think it's going to be nice actually. So as I'm looking at it, I want to make this smaller because it doesn't need to be that prominent at all. The Mochi and Dumpling logo looks good. It is there. Oh my gosh, it just looks so good. You know when you have an idea and then you see it come into fruition and it's just everything that I hoped for? Look what I just found. Some extra blades. I need to change this blade. I'm going to do that now before I start cutting any of the little tiny stickers. Oh, it always scares me though, because these are actual surgical blades. Oh, I used to replace blades all the time when I first started work at Make Believe Ideas, because we used to do mock-ups of the books, and yeah, so I'd be cutting and sticking all polyboard, and oh, my life was just double-sided tape and glitter. Oh, this just freaks me out now though, because I've seen things. I've seen things happen. Oh my gosh. Where do I want him? Just at the bottom there. Oh my gosh, cute. I love him. Let's try this one, just because this was supposed to be like the name tag thing. And oh yeah, the actual one isn't going to be printed on glossy, it will be matte, so you will be able to write on it. And I do think matte stickers can look better inside a journal, but I am intending on having some die cut stickers to go with it, which will be waterproof, glossy, all that jazz. Yeah, so oh my gosh, that's so cute. So my intention with it is it's almost like that's your sort of banner. So you'd be able to write the title of your page in there. And then this would be an accent sticker. And then these will be your little tiny sort of stickers. So you could have it next to your to-do list, or you can also use them on like your planners where you might have a calendar. And these would be like a nice little decoration situation. I'd have a special place in my heart for this little can, and I think it's because it's the very first one I illustrated on this sheet. I knew that I needed to have a peach flavoured drink in here, because when I went to Japan I basically lived off of peach water. Oh, cute! This is a nice size. I like that. I'm really happy. Okay, so my plan is basically just to reduce this in size, just a fraction. I think I currently have this at 16 point text. I think it'll be absolutely fine in 12, and then just reduce the whole thing down. So it's unfortunate that I can't actually talk about anything that I'm working on for Make Believe Ideas at the minute. But when the books are printed, I will be able to show you. The only thing I can say, really, which doesn't give anything away, is that this particular book, I have done a lot of drawings that have had a food theme. So with my day job and also my freelance work being the Japanese convenience store theme, I am hungry all the time. My workday is now over. I have dinner, slow cooking, and I have about 25 minutes before my husband comes home with the children. I've actually had an order which is on its way to the US from somebody called Briley, so thank you so much, Briley. Briley has ordered the Pokemon Kanto print, and this is one that I'm still so pleased with. And as you can imagine, it took me a very long time. So this print was actually inspired by the Riso printing technique. So essentially it's using blue and pink, and where they overlap, it creates purple as well. And the detail that is involved in this print is ridiculous. This afternoon I've had quite a few studio vlogs on in the background, keeping me company as I'm working. And one of the ones that I was watching today was actually Sarah from the Sugar Bell. She uploaded a video this afternoon, and I just love her. I just love her videos so much. I couldn't help but notice that her B-roll footage was beautiful. She had recorded some sort of top-down shots of her cutting out some stickers and doing some like colouring using some new pencils of hers. She went on to say that she had got this tripod thing, I think it's called like the paparazzo or something like that. Anyway, it's got like a light attached to it. What an amazing idea. And it comes in pastel pink. So I've added that right onto my birthday list. In talking of treating myself, I also placed an order on her shop. I've had my eye on her new enamel pin. It's her very first enamel pin that she's actually got manufactured, and it's a pickle and the brine is glitter. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I also ordered a few die cut stickers and a couple of sticker sheets as well. I just love her work so much. It's, oh, chef's kiss. If you haven't followed Sarah at the Sugar Bell, please do. I will link it in the description. Her work is just brilliant and she's such a lovely person. She was the one that gave me that final push to start my uploading on this YouTube channel. I had spoken to her and she was like, please do it, like it's so much fun, don't be scared, just go for it. So I did. So actually I have her to thank for this, to be honest. I've wanted to upload videos on YouTube for well over a decade, and over the years I've been inspired by a lot of different creators, and just at the tail end of last year I came across quite a few UK creators, and in turn, like, each of them has just inspired me so much. Obviously I've been following Catnip for a very long time, but ever so slowly, like lots of other UK creators have sort of appeared on my YouTube home screen. Rebel Jones, Deli's Designs, Prince by Millie. I'm sure you follow all of these people already, but if you don't, then you should be. Yes, I have placed an order with the Sugar Bell this afternoon and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I'm going to try and make it maybe not a monthly thing because I don't think my wallet could handle it, but I do want to make a point of actually supporting these small businesses financially this year. I admire all of their work so much, and I'm quite guilty of thinking, oh, I'd love that, and then not actually treating myself. In the next vlog, I'm going to be looking at creating a die cut sticker sheet. In the meantime, I'm going to have my eye out and just hope inspiration comes. I've got a loose idea in my mind of what I want to do, but it's just getting it together, and I think a big part of that is just going to be sketching out some ideas. I can't just sit around and hope an idea will come. I've just got to sketch and see if something pops into my brain. I hope something does. So yes, in the next video I'm going to be doing a bit of sketchbooking and some idea generation, basically. Thank you so much for joining me on my work day, and I'll see you in the next one.